Hello, it's Gabby here for you. Before we jump onto this week's podcast, I just want to let you know about 2 ways that you can work with me. First of all, I do one-to-one coaching and I do that via Zoom, so we can jump on a Zoom call at a time to suit you. The second thing I've got for you is an online coaching course that's 12 modules that you can download straight away now. There will be a link somewhere around these podcast notes. And this is the course that I've designed, and it's got everything in it that I wish I'd have known when I finished cancer treatment and I was lost. So you can download that course now and you can start working towards making this your happiest and healthiest year ever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello there, it's Gabby here for you, and I really hope this finds you well. This week I'm talking about a topic, and I'm going to be talking about this for the next few weeks, which is all about self-care, because it's so important, and it's been so important as part of my recovery from cancer, and it's so important for so many people that I speak to. What can you do for your own self-care? And to me, it was a big part of my health and happiness. A big part of my recovery from cancer was learning how to put myself first without feeling guilty about it, without feeling that it was something that I shouldn't really be doing, because I was taught, that nice girls don't do that. Nice girls put other people first. And so many of the women that I'm working with are feeling exactly the same, where they're not making time for their self-care. They feel guilty about it, or sometimes they're just really not sure what to do because life is busy, and I get that. So I've got some suggestions today of things that you can do. And it's all about rituals this week. Rituals, self-care rituals, daily practices that will really help you with healing and well-being. So I've got 3 ideas for you for morning rituals and 3 ideas for you for evening rituals. And as always, there's no judgment here. You might pick and choose. You might try 1 or 2 of them. Or if you're an overachiever like me, you might want to have a go at all of them. Absolutely fine. I'd love to know what you think of these, but I want to share them with you anyway. So first of all, I'm going to talk about starting your morning well. And this for me has been an absolute game changer. And it's something that I started a long time ago, and then I forgot, and then it went out of the window. And recently I have started to pay more attention to this and make it more of a serious priority in my life. And I can't tell you the benefits that it's giving to me. So what does that mean for me? Well, first of all, creating a peaceful start to your day. And I used to be somebody, as many people do, keeping my phone next to my bed. First thing I do is check my social media. And I don't do that anymore. And I would really urge you to try not to do that if that's something that you're doing. Looking at the news first thing in the morning, there's very rarely anything in the news that's going to inspire or uplift you. It's quite often depressing stuff that's maybe full of fear. So I've made a conscious choice now. The first thing that I do in the morning, if I can, if the weather's okay, and if I'm able to, get outside, even just 5 minutes sitting outside in my back garden. Look at the sky. If you can, get out in nature. That is the best thing to do first in the morning. And I try to make an effort not to look at my phone. My phone is in another room now. I've got an old-fashioned alarm clock that wakes me up. Quite often I wake up before the alarm anyway, but setting a routine that starts a positive tone for your day is so important. One of the ladies that I've learned from, a lady called Susan Stewart, she's been on my podcast before talking about fasting, but she was talking about lifestyle and positive thinking. And one of her top tips that I love is when she's in the shower in the morning, she's like me, she has a shower every morning. She thinks about her day and what's going to happen, the events that are going to, unfold in the day, what she's got planned in, appointments that she's got, and she plays them out in her mind. And we all do this. We all imagine how are things going to go. Quite often we play these things out and we're scared of what might go wrong. And she said, no, I think about everything that might go right. I think everything that I'm going to do, I set a positive intention for this. So if I went to this place and I met this person, what would be the best thing that happened? Or if I cook this food, what would be the best meal that I could make? Whatever it is, she sets a positive intention of what would be the best possible outcome. Now, it doesn't always work out like that, but she's setting herself up in the day with a smile on her face for, I'm looking forward to these things. We know life's not always like that. There's ups and downs, and that's absolutely fine. But why not go in with a positive attitude? And I found when I do that, even if things don't quite go to plan, I I feel more resilient, and I feel more that I can deal with things that go wrong. I can take it on the chin a little bit better. The second thing I would talk to you about, and I've talked to you before about this, if you're listening to my podcast before, is affirmations and gratitude. So affirmations are the things that we say to ourselves all the time. And for me, many years, my positive mind talk was quite negative. It was always focusing on the things that I was doing wrong. But now my affirmations are things that I say to myself every day. And gratitude, I say every morning, things that I'm grateful for. For instance, I am grateful for my healthy body. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for the people that love me. These are the things that I want to remind myself how lucky I am. And again, it's about getting yourself in that positive mindset rather than thinking about all the things that you haven't got or all the things that have gone wrong. And we can all do that and beat ourselves up all day long. There's no point. Yeah. Why not focus on things that you've got to be grateful for and things that you want to look forward to? And that uplifts me in the morning. Again, it's about getting yourself in that positive frame of mind so you are more resilient to deal with anything that goes wrong or anything that comes up unexpectedly, as life does. It throws us all sorts of curveballs, doesn't it? But we have to learn to deal with them. So for me, that is a major part of helping me create a mindset of healing. I am self-healing. It's nobody else's responsibility for my healing other than me. And there's so much that you can do for yourself. Everything I want to talk to you about today, they're easy things to do. They are free. They're not going to cost you anything. So why not give it a go? And the third thing that has really helped me in the morning is doing some movement. And again, it's very easy, particularly if, the weather's not so good, to think, I'll walk to the car and that's about it. I won't move at all today. But I know now, if I've been to the gym in the morning, I book in at the gym 3 times a week. I've booked on the 7 a.m. sessions, not because I really like getting up and going to the gym, especially when it's cold and dark. But I feel great when I've done it, and it sets me up for the day. The endorphins are flowing through my body. And I know if I book my sessions later in the day, quite often things pop up when you think, I'm too busy. I need to postpone it. I'll cancel it just for today. I'll cancel it. But no, this is my first thing in the morning. I go to the gym 3 times a week. But when I'm not at the gym, I'm thinking about some gentle movement, and it can be something really easy, like some yoga stretches. It can be a nice walk. Hopefully you've got somewhere near you can walk around. I've got a beautiful park near me in Davyhulme. Walking around that, to be honest, whatever the weather's, looking at the trees, looking at the flowers and the wide open spaces, that lifts my spirits. It really does. So some gentle movement to start your day with is always a positive thing, and again can help you with your healing and making you feel like you're in a more positive place. Okay, so at the end of the day, I have 3 ideas for evening rituals for you. And the first one is winding down. So at the end of the day, particularly if you are somebody who doesn't sleep well, but even if you do sleep well, it's always good to have a nighttime routine. Try and have a regular bedtime. Most nights, okay, exceptions happen. I'm not saying you can't live, but most of the time, try and have a regular routine. I know for me, I can't drink caffeine after 3 o'clock. It disturbs my sleep. I like to have at bedtime a cacao or a hot chocolate or a chamomile tea. That's what works for me. Peppermint tea, something like that. I also know I can't watch anything on TV that's too stimulating. I won't watch a scary film before bed because I know I'll dream about it. My husband, doesn't bother him at all. He can watch anything like that, but I can't. So I'm conscious of that now. And I always say to people, particularly if you're struggling with sleeping, treat yourself like you would an agitated toddler when you're getting ready for bed. You wouldn't just throw a crazy child who's running around mad into bed and say, now it's bedtime, now go to sleep. You'd wind them down. You maybe dim the lights, maybe light a candle, maybe even the hot bath, really talk to them in a gentle way, maybe read them a story. And you do all those gentle things to get them in the mindset of it's bedtime now, it's time for relaxing, it's time to calm down. So why not do that with yourself if you are struggling with sleeping? The other thing that I've recently started to do is journaling. So journaling for healing is a wonderful tool. And I've struggled with this for a long time, but I'm now seeing the benefits of just writing my thoughts down in a notebook. It can just be a total stream of consciousness. Nobody else has to read this, only you. And it helps me to process my emotions, things I'm struggling with, things I'm going over and over in my mind. Sometimes just getting it out on a piece of paper really can help you. The other thing I like to do when I'm journaling is to set my intentions for the following day. So again, when I've been overwhelmed, sometimes I think, oh, I've just got so many things to do. How am I ever going to do all this? Just pick 3 things that you want to achieve in the following day. Just 3 things. What are the most important things I want to achieve tomorrow? Focus on them, doing them well. And if I've got time to do anything else, that's great. But at least if I achieve those 3 things, I know I've had a good day. And that's I'll go to bed thinking about those are my 3 most important things for tomorrow. The third and last thing I'm going to leave you with is relaxation techniques. And there's tons of this stuff on YouTube. And I've learned so much about this. I've been studying it for a while. And I am going to put some of these things on my own YouTube channel, is things to help you relax, like guided imagery. So for me, my happy place is being on a beach. And so if I think about myself being on a beautiful beach, watching a sunset or watching a sunrise, watching the sun make the water sparkle, isn't it magical when it does that? And thinking about the sounds of the waves, just sitting there, nowhere to go, nowhere to be, just being in that moment, looking at the sea. And so sometimes guided imagery like that can help you really, really get to a deeper level of relaxation. The other thing that I've tried recently, again, I listened to people talking through this, is progressive muscle relaxation, which is where basically you're scanning your body very slowly, thinking about, okay, my face, have I got any tension in my face? Oh, I need to relax that. Being conscious about that, and then moving down your body. Okay, have I got any tension in my neck? Have I got any tension in my shoulders? How would it be if I let that go? How would it be if I consciously unclenched? And just moving down your body till you end up at your toes, and where you've totally made a decision to relax every last part of your body. And how often do we do that? But doing that before bedtime is quite a nice practice. And then the last thing that I'd say too is thinking about soothing music. I do like rock music. I like all sorts of music, all sorts of genres. But at nighttime, at bedtime, relaxing music can be something that really helps to get you into that lovely, relaxed space, into that deep, restorative sleep that we all need. And so I hope that's been helpful for you. As I say, it's Self-Care September, and there's going to be tons of stuff on social media. And I'm going to be trying a lot of new things in September, all to do with self-care. Very lucky I've got a holiday coming at the end of September. And that's part of my self-care as well, is getting on that beautiful warm beach. But until that, in rainy, cold Manchester, I can still do things every day for my own self-care. Little things, a lot of them don't cost anything. A lot of them are very easy to do. But because of that, I think sometimes it's very easy not to do them as well. It's very easy to think, well, I'm too busy for that. But actually, a little bit of self-care and a little bit of self-compassion goes a long way, particularly if you've got health challenges or you want to work on your health and happiness. And I think if you're listening to this podcast, you are probably somebody who's interested in improving their health and happiness. So no judgment from me, wherever you're at. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what your challenges are and if I can help you in any way, either by listening to my podcast or watching my YouTube channel. Or just get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. So as always, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you're listening to me. Thank you. Stay safe, stay sane. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Thank you, my love. Bye-bye.